When it comes to flat power transmission belts, they're kind of set up like a sandwich. So you have your core material that has a cover on each side. A prime example of this is going to be Nita's Polybelt and Poly Sprint series. With that being said, obviously the biggest cost drivers when it comes to these belts are the materials that make up the core and the materials that make up the cover. When it comes to the cover materials, rubber is going to be your cheapest and most common. Leather is going to be a little bit more expensive than that. And generally, polyurethane is going to be your most expensive cover material. When it comes to the core materials, nylon is going to be your cheapest. And then polyester is going to be a little bit more expensive than that. And then generally, Kevlar is your most expensive core. So we have 4 samples of transmission belts right here. We have an LA1000, an LL40T, a TFL15E20, and a CFTG 40F-35. So let's talk about the cores of these belts first. The LA1000 is going to have the cheapest core since it's made of nylon. Next, the TFL15E20 has a polyester core, which is going to be a little bit more expensive than the nylon core in the LA1000. Lastly, the CFTG is going to have the most expensive core since it's made of Kevlar. In regards to the cover material, once again, the LA1000 is going to have the cheapest cover material since it's made of rubber. Next, you have your LL40T, which is a little bit more expensive since the cover material is leather. Lastly, you have your TFL, which is going to be the most pricey because it has TPU under the rubber coating. Now this is not the case with every Poly Sprint belt, and because of this, I'm going to put up a slide of Nita's reference sheet that shows you the cover materials and the core materials in all of their belts. The second biggest cost driver when it comes to these kind of belts are the thickness and strength of the core. You got to keep in mind that the thicker the belt or the stronger of the core material, the more expensive it's going to be. Nita's Polybelt series alone has 9 different cover thicknesses and 15 different nylon strengths. Despite everything that was covered in this video, there's still some outside factors that determine the price of the belt. These factors are things such as selling expenses, overhead, the dimensions of the belt, and the freight. I have linked above and in the description a video where we cover our freight process and how it's kind of priced. And hopefully this clarifies why our belt is priced what it is in the quote. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.